Well, my name is Neil Montgomery, and I'm a pastor at Scottsdale Bible Church. And a pastor there recommended me when I moved here 6 months ago and needed insurance, recommended a guy named Jim Kreisman. And when I met Jim, I was just impressed. He was the kind of guy that you'd love to have dinner with. He's the kind of guy that you'd like to hang out with, and yet he's very professional. Both my wife and I, at a time of stress when we were moving, appreciated that what Jim brought to the table was clarity, authenticity, integrity, and he explained things in a way that even the simplest person like me could understand. He made the transition from California to Arizona with our auto insurance very simple. Yeah, he's a guy I would highly recommend, and he really made this process for us smooth, simple, and actually enjoyable.
I'm Paul and Beverly. We had flooding in our home. We were out of state. Jim handled all the damage control with the policy. Handled all the insurance claims. Did me a great favor. We didn't even have to come back till had everything set up. And I sure encourage anybody else looking for insurance to check in first.
Hi, I'm Mark. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona, and well, I'd recommend Jim to anybody because you won't find a guy that's more ethical, honest, and caring. Listen, I got to tell you, I met Jim and he came to me and he shared with me what he had to offer, and after I explained to him what it is that I already had coverage for, he looked at all my policies, and he was real fair. He said where my boat was, to leave that alone because I was getting a fair deal there. But he was able to save me a substantial amount of premium money on my umbrella policy he sold me, and also on my home.
My name's Tony, and this is Tiffany Billings. We're from Gilbert, Arizona, and we use Jim Kreisman for our home, auto, and life insurance. And we really adamantly recommend him because working with Jim has just been such an absolute treasure. He has been very detail-oriented. He's made sure that he's gone through every nook and cranny to really find out what our personal needs are as far as insurance is concerned. We've had a great experience working with Jim, and we highly recommend him for anybody out there who's just curious to find out what's available for your insurance needs.
We're Craig and Rita from Scottsdale, Arizona, and we just met with Jim and discussed our insurance needs. We sat down and got everything knocked out. He had some phenomenal suggestions how to protect ourselves better. We really appreciate it. We learned a lot.
The thing I liked about Jim most was that he was extremely thorough. We have several rental properties, and he just took care of everything for us, but explained in great detail to me what the positive issues were and why we should do these things. So I know much more than I used to. His assistant is terrific, and we're very happy we're with Jim now. I'd recommend him to anyone.
Hi, my name is Dan. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. I was referred to Jim through a friend of mine. If you're looking for an agent that's honest, that has high integrity, that will do an actual review, will come out and take a look at your property, take a look at your vehicles, actually review the policies that you have, Jim is your guy. So Jim came into my office to talk about my insurance needs and what I currently have. After Jim reviewed all of my policies, he made some suggestions on a number of them, but the decision was made to only move my health insurance policy. And I was kind of blown away at the fact that he wasn't real aggressive on trying to get all of my policies over to him. It only made sense to just move the health policy over. Hopefully down the road I could do more work with Jim and get him some more business, but I would highly recommend Jim to anybody looking for any type of insurance.
Hi, I'm Annie B. I'm a local hairstylist, and Jim came in the other day for a haircut, and we were chatting, and he told me he was an insurance professional, and so I thought I would check it out and see if he could save me some money. And I was so happy to find out that I am going to be saving $350 and getting better insurance, more coverage, and I met a really nice guy who actually is honest and told me, what I need. He's got this amazing app that when I have an emergency or anything happens, I can just press that button and there he is, and I'm able to have help right away. I'm so excited that he has helped me so much, and I really recommend that everybody comes to Jim because he is very personable and very honest and tells you
Hi, I'm Bill Dipple from Scottsdale, Arizona. I think one of the best testimonials I can give for Jim is that it's not easy to get me to take time away from my office. I'm a general contractor here in the Valley, and for me to take time out of my day to come and stand in front of a video camera and do a testimonial for Jim goes a long way to saying how highly I think of him. So I would strongly encourage you to give him a shot. I came to Jim from another insurance agency, and I've known Jim now for just over about a year. Found him to be quite knowledgeable in the field of insurance. He handles a whole variety of policies for myself and my business, a lot of different assets. Found him to be quite a great resource, great guy. Has saved well over $1,000, I would say, in premiums in the last year. So I'm not necessarily the easiest guy in the world to please, and Jim has done an outstanding job for us, so very pleased with him. Highly recommend.
It's Paula, and I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. Would definitely recommend Jim. You know, I've been with him since 2004, and he's awesome. Give him a call. It's 6:30 on a Friday night, and we've been here a couple hours, and Jim's been great to, you know, work through all of our questions. And now we have $1 million umbrella policy, and it actually saved us money.
Hi, I'm Bruno.
And I'm Margaret.
We moved to Arizona to Cave Creek about 2 years ago. Somehow accidentally we met Jim, and I tell you one thing, he got our insurance squared away, so we covered very well. He saved us a lot of money. I would say anybody that's coming here to town, would you please check with Jim before you make any of your decisions. I'm sure he will serve you.
My name's Brad, and from Scottsdale, Arizona. Been speaking with Jim for quite some time now, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Came in for our annual review, sat down, we presented everything that we needed for coverage-wise. It was absolutely fantastic. Spoke a little personally, which got to know him very well, and you know, through his honesty and integrity, I'd highly recommend him.
My name is Jeff Pavone from Scottsdale, Arizona. I had a issue with an auto claim, and you know, I went down to Jim and sought his advice about the process, and Jim was very, very knowledgeable and helpful on the claim. I would highly recommend Jim if someone's looking for an agent, because he's knowledgeable, responsive. So if you need a good agent, I would highly recommend Jim.
Hi, my name is Paulo. I'm from Scottsdale. When I first reached out to Jim, because I wasn't sure about the insurance coverage I'm getting from the previous insurance company, and they weren't having the time that is necessary to discuss all the detail with me and make sure that I'm fully understand. After multiple conversations with Jim, and I decided to come in with my fiance and my mom to move all our policies. So if you are looking for an agent and who will always have clients' best interest, call Jim today.
My name is Matthew Lissy, and I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. Jim asked me to take a minute out of my busy day today to share the experience that I've had with him over the last 12 years. I just want to let you know that Jim has the utmost integrity. I have complete peace of mind working with him, and he's always there taking care of my needs whenever I need it most. I highly recommend that you pause what you're doing now, contact Jim Kreisman so he can share with you the opportunities that he has for you and your family, so that you too can experience the same peace of mind that I have and have the confidence that your needs are always going to be taken care of.
Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Larry.
We're the Goins, and we're from Mesa, Arizona. And one of the biggest benefits I think we've received working with Jim is, before the app was created, although that is great, the personal service. So my son had an incident, and it was an evening on a Saturday, and we were able to actually call his cell phone, talk to him. He called my son, talked to the guy. It was just incredible. I've never had personalized service like that. So, and then the app is fabulous. It just has everything you need, videos. We've had our kids downloaded, our 17-year-old and the 21-year-old. So that's what's really great. And then what would you like to add?
Just the fact that we get Jim takes the time to actually review everything and actually goes through and says, you know what, this is a good thing to have, this is necessarily not a good, you don't need this. I trust the things that Jim tells us to do, and that's what makes a big difference for us.
So would we recommend him to people? Absolutely. California, Arizona, he'll take care of you. It's really great.
My name's Joe from Scottsdale, Arizona. I came to see Jim for home, auto, and an umbrella insurance policy. I have to say Jim has been asking me for my business for years, and finally signed up today. And I was surprised to see great coverage, and he saved me about $400 a year on a new homeowners policy. And the rates on auto and umbrella were great. So I'm very happy and would be very confident to recommend Jim for your business.
Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Habro with Mountain View Chiropractic in Scottsdale, Arizona. And I came to visit Jim Kreisman today because he gave me a call. In all of the economic times, it's really important to make sure that you have the right coverage. And it was wonderful that he called me to come in to make sure that I had the right policies and the right coverage for my business. So I am able to go home and feel safe that I am totally covered. And I trust Jim because I've also had my home and my auto and our life insurance through him since 2003. And he has always made sure that he contacts me, make sure that I have the right rates, the right coverage, so that I sleep better at night knowing that I am protected and my family is protected. He even came out to an auto site one time to make sure that I was okay after I knew he was already sick for the day. What agent does that? Jim will always have my business, and I just adore him. If you're looking for someone who's going to be a wonderful agent that actually cares about his clients, not just there to make cold calls and try to get you to purchase his insurance, he wants you to have the right coverage for you. So if you want someone that's going to actually care about you, give Jim a call. You'll be happy.
Hi, my name is Jason Salahi. I'm from Rock Realty and Investments. I would recommend Jim to my friends. My broker Craig referred me to Jim. Came in today to get some auto insurance for my wife and I. He increased our coverage at a cheaper price, so we're real happy with him. I think it was meant to be. Jim's an educator, and he helps you understand what you're actually buying.
Hi, we're Jerry and Marie from Gilbert, Arizona, and we came into the office today to speak to Jim to review our policies. We've been with him since 2000. Definitely, if you're looking for insurance, absolutely reach out to Jim. He's wonderful.
He comes to your level and works with you closely. So, and his staff is wonderful. Anytime that you call them, they are willing to help you and give you a great advice. So great job, Jim. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely, thank you. I just wanted to review our policies, make sure we had the right coverage for the right price, and he was able to make some adjustments and make sure that we do have the right coverage with the right price, and we appreciate his help.
Ferguson IPA Family Health Insurance. I got a personal story with Jim. We had a family member that needed renter's policy within the hour, or they would lose the place they were trying to get. One call to Jim, we had it all done. If you want that kind of service, stop watching this video and call Jim.
I'm Anastasia Kim, and I am a customer of Jim Kreisman, and I would definitely recommend Jim. And the reason one is his availability, his customer service. Whenever I have a question, his almost immediate response, and that's I think is very important. I'm here for my annual review. I've been with Jim's agency for over 2 years, and I'm really happy with the service. I have both my auto and...
Hi, we're Doug and Emmy Davis from Phoenix, Arizona. Highly recommend Jim. Very personable and friendly fellow. Today we met with Jim to go over all of our insurance, and we had a really informative and interesting time. I learned that there were some holes in our policy that we covered. We were very sad.
From Scottsdale. He found out that I needed additional insurance for my car, and I'm happy I came to see Jim. I've come to Jim Kreisman because I wanted to check my insurance policy that I had on my condo. I'm glad I came in. I got a better rate from him. He checked my policy, called the management company, my condo association, and got me a good deal. I would recommend him to anybody who needs to get their insurances.
Hi, I'm Julie Elliott,
And we came in this afternoon to speak with Jim Kreisman about some questions we had regarding our insurance policies. We weren't very clear on many of the items on there and really needed some clarification. And he did a magnificent job of explaining and showing us just, or giving us a better understanding of what we have and the good sides and the bad sides of an issue, and it was very, very valuable information, and we're very grateful for it.
Great, and yeah, I can say yes to that. We were a little bit reluctant to come in some ways. You don't want to tell everybody everything about your life, but generally speaking, I can go away today and really say I understand a lot better what I have, my assets, what we have in our insurance, and how to better deal with it. And so I really appreciate Jim doing that for us. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Scottsdale, Arizona. I have to tell you about this great agent that came into my office the other day. His name's Jim. He actually came in and reviewed my insurance policy with my car and my house, and he reviewed everything. I was really impressed of his honesty to me and telling me to actually just stay where I was at, and I really think that was a positive feedback from hearing someone that came into, took his time out of his day, reviewed my policy, and then still said stay where I was at. So I really thought that was awesome. He was honest, he's funny, just a great guy. So I would definitely recommend him.
My name is Joe Balbona. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Jim Kreisman is my neighborly insurance agent. I would honestly recommend him to anyone to get a quote from Jim, and I'm sure it'll go well. He has been trying to get my business for years and still hasn't because he's recommended I stay where I'm at just due to pricing. I think that's awful honest, and he has helped me with claims I've had with my existing insurance, and although he has nothing to gain, he's been very helpful.
With him for a long time, and he is very helpful, and he does care about his customers. My name is Daisy Francisco, and I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And today, Jim helped me save some money on my insurance, and I really do appreciate it.
My name's Bob Willie. I'm from Scottsdale, and I came in to visit Jim because I needed to go over my auto and home insurance. After a couple hours, we worked out a wonderful combination package, and I'm sure I'm going to be well satisfied with it. Everything was in great detail, and everything was taken care of promptly and efficiently. Hope you'll have the same experience.
Hi, I'm Grace Gill, and I moved here from California to Scottsdale, Arizona. And I have to say that for the first time in 20 years, I finally understand the benefits, the coverage, how it affects me as the driver, the car owner. And if you want to know exactly what you're getting, please see Jim Kreisman. He made some adjustments in my policy that not only save me money, but give me more coverage. So I'm very pleased.
Hi, my name is Amy, and I am from Scottsdale, Arizona. And I am in here today with Jim Kreisman, renewing my homeowner's policy and changing it from a landlord policy back to move into my house again. Also had to get a new car, and I decided to go with Jim with my car policy, finding out I could get a much better deal by combining my car and my home. I would really recommend Jim Kreisman because I have never, since 1995, I've been with them, I've never really had to think about my insurance. I basically get it set up. He answers all my questions, always returns my phone calls, gets me the best prices, and I have great coverage. And it's something, because I work full-time, I don't have to think about it. So I would highly recommend Jim Kreisman.